Man, this is lifestyles of the poor and unfucking fortunate. But I tell you what, bitch, we got views.
It's I got some shit to say to podcast, man. We're back like we don't stop because we never do. Y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squints.
That's right. R.I.P.
Whizzle fizzle.
Forever and always. Back home.
ChadArmesTV.com.
Welcome back, Bubba. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chad Arms, a.k.a. MyLeftFoot.com.
That's right. Chaddy's been down, hobbling around for a little while. He didn't come see me all week last week. We did a couple mobile lives.
I barely made it to the bathroom last week.
Right?
I mean, it was bad.
Fun fact.
Exclusive.
Yeah. So, yeah. We're still hurting, but we're going to get this podcast knocked out because we need some content, baby.
Yeah. We have literally taken 1 week taking 1 week off from coming through. We used all of it.
Yeah.
Fun fact. All of the stat content we brag about having is gone.
We used it. Yeah.
Now it's just flying by the seat of our pants until we just have a work.
Shout out to the seats of pantses.
Right.
Pantses isn't a word.
Pantses. Where did that term come from? Flying by the seat of my pants.
Some fucking stupid bitch.
Well, it's kind of stupid bitch do I have to be to come up with a term that lasts an eternity?
But they didn't get paid for it.
That was a lot of terms.
Flying by the seat of my, what does it even mean?
That's what I'm asking you. I don't know what it means.
Everybody says it blindly, myself included, but it's like, I'm flying by the seat of my pants. Well, what does that fucking mean? Like, because flying by the seat of your pants means we're just going to play it as, like we're doing this podcast right now. We have no topics.
Nope.
We're flying by the seat of our pants.
Sit down, hit record, and here we go.
But what gives that person the right to think that seat of their pants means they're just going to be on the fly? I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. So
let's Google it.
To the Google machine.
To the Google machine.
If you were to say, what is it? Had me on the edge of my seat. That's different. Because when you say had me on the edge of my seat, I think suspense. I think, you know what I'm saying? And I know that is a real thing. To sit on the edge of your seat based off suspense. Had me on the edge of my seat.
So here we go.
Shout out to The Ring, the movie The Ring.
Oh, yeah, great movie.
Had me on the edge of my seat.
So definition first.
Okay.
To do something difficult without necessary skill or experience.
Okay.
But here it goes. Where did the phrase flying by the seat of your pants come from? It appears to have originated in Great Britain. Of course it did. As flies by the seat of his trousers. I like that so much. I like
that so much better too.
It was Americanized. Of course, we had to come fucking take credit. Flies by the seat of his pants in the 1930s. Since the early aircraft did not have the many instruments modern planes have, pilots had to rely primarily on their own perceptions and judgment. Still where does seat of the pants come from? They didn't tell us.
I like how we just
some Great Britons did it,
and we deboed that motherfucker.
You said trousers, bitch. Come over here. Where's pants?
Yeah, you ain't doing it right. We'll take that.
That told us nothing, Google. Google, you did not do what you were supposed to do.
Shout out to Trousers.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to Trousers.
Why is there a snake called Trouser Snake? Isn't that? Oh, that's your dick.
That's your wiener. That's your wiener.
I'm so glad I caught myself and said what it was before you corrected me, because I would have had a dumb fucking moment. I had plenty of those in my life.
Shout out to Trouser Snakes.
Shout out to Trouser Snakes, pause. Shout out Chatty Bobby. Anxiety available now.
Absolutely, guys. As this is being recorded, we're over 60,000 views in less than 2 weeks.
Whoa, 60,000+ views in under 2 weeks' time. Congrats, Chatty. You deserve every bit of that time.
Appreciate it. And stay tuned, because we're going to be announcing the album release date along with the artwork. All that's going to get announced soon, okay? Within the next week or so, depending on how things work. But it is coming in July. We'll say that.
Yeah, and this comes out Monday when? What's the date on Monday? Today.
It should be the 6th, maybe.
Okay, so today for y'all, it's Monday, June 6th. And like Chad said, this week we will have the release date, the album art, and pre-orders probably the following week.
Absolutely. And we're doing something cool, like a limited cool thing too with it. So stay tuned for that. But it will be dropping in July. You'll find out the exact release date in a week or so.
I'm excited about that, man.
Me too.
Really excited about it.
Shout out to Squizzles for the artwork.
Yeah, sure.
Turned out really, really good. And shout out to everybody. I mean, shout out to Dub 3030 for mixing and mastering the whole album. I recorded the album with him, and I recorded myself as well. No features, all solo songs.
Love that.
Songs.
Love that part.
Yeah.
Chad's always been a feature whore, so I'm really glad that he's soloed up for this one.
And I'm glad I was too, man, because for the longest time I would be so quick to just write a dope hook and a dope verse, and then
feel obligated to put somebody
to
on
send
it
to because I was too lazy to write another verse.
Yeah,
and I didn't do that. So it turned out it's going to be my best work yet. I think.
And I'll even tell y'all this: there's on the bonus edition that we have planned. There's going to be we'll just say there's a few additional tracks on there, right? And there was a discussion amongst me and Chad, about what those tracks should be, and one. I recommended one that it does have a feature.
Yeah.
And Chad still said no. And that okay, I'm with it 1,000,000%. But it was a good opportunity. It would have been a great opportunity either way to put that record out there, but that we have big aspirations for that record too. So
yeah.
I love that it's just solo Chaddy on this one, man.
Yeah, so the way we're doing it is we're doing a limited physical run, okay? That we'll talk about more once we get the album release date and all that rolled out. We'll release all that. But it's going to have 2 bonus tracks. So there's 14 tracks on the physical.
Okay, there you go, guys.
The 2 tracks that are on the bonus are songs that have been released before as singles, but I wanted to put them on this record as well, okay? Because I feel like they fit the record. But just as on the physical side, if you pre-order the physical album, we're going to autograph them, and we're going to have 2 bonus tracks. So just look forward to that. And again, the release date and all that other information. I can tell you that much though.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I'm glad you said it because I was dancing along those lines.
No, we can say that for sure because that's going to happen.
But like Chad said,
the songs are already out.
Yeah, but shout out to the team. Chad knows, like Chad was saying a minute ago. Shout out to the team, everybody involved. It's by far Chad's best fucking project out of the 15 plus years I've known him and the 15 plus albums I've been a part of with him. By far his best fucking content, hands down. I can't wait for the world to hear it. But shout out to the team, everybody involved, the whole list he just ran down, plus some more.
And shout out to you and Mel for helping me with all the stuff along the way, like step by step with putting songs together. There was one song that I wanted on there that Squints was not going for, and I'm glad that I switched it out because the one I wasn't going to put on there is already proven to be a really dope record.
Yep.
So. But shout out to you and Mel, shout out to Lex, shout out to Leroy One, everybody that was around, shout out to Chance.
Shout out to these guys though.
Shout out to the fans.
The listeners and watchers, man. Because without this is I'll tell y'all from like a consumer standpoint or Chad's business partner. I'm not a rapper. It's real easy for me to throw shit out there if I was featured on it and that kind of shit else. But I rock with Chad. Everybody knows I rock with Chad. That's my guy. But the support over these past 6 singles leading up to this album is, this is boiling water, boiling over onto the floor, running out through the house. Like this motherfucker's still running. Like and that's from y'all. Like we've taken a different approach with this album for Chad than we ever have with anything Show Improve's ever done. Yeah. Right? And it's working finally. But it starts, however we put it out there, or Chad puts it out there, or whatever video y'all watch or whatever. After that, it's up to y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So, all those great names we can put together a perfect project for Chad, and Chad dropped this fire on y'all, and all we can do is warn you about it. But how y'all embrace it and run with it is totally up to y'all. So shout out to y'all, man. 60,000 views in 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks. Talk your shit.
But there was a small group of people that got the link of the full album, and that's who I named. They got the pre, and there was a couple more of my buddies, but shout out to Chance for helping me so much with the marketing. Shout out to Jonathan Craig. Shout out to Legacy for killing the visuals, whether it's editing or shooting and editing like he did for the first couple.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're just stay tuned.
Shout out to David Manning for my fresh ass fade.
Shout out to David Manning for haircutting people. For sure. But yeah, fucking flying by the seat of your pants, dude. Go fuck yourself with that sound.
Yeah, for real. While y'all are here real quick, be sure to hit that subscribe button.
Subscribe. We're over 35,500 right now, so we're closing in on 36K. We're on the road to 40, man. Let's just keep pushing.
Keep pushing, guys.
Choo-choo, baby.
Fun fact, when we started
I don't give a fuck.
Wrong button. My buttons are all fucking backwards. when we started the podcast, where were we at? 20K?
Man, I don't know. Maybe because we started in July.
It was about 20 something.
Right close to. Yeah.
Well, think about that for a minute.
Yeah, because we had 13 when I started the channel back when we started doing stuff with Worm, and that was April of 21. And I hadn't been using the channel for 9 years. So most of those subscribers, I don't even know if they still are alive or use YouTube. I mean, just being real.
No, I got you. I follow you.
There's some, and I meant alive in the sense of dead subscribers, meaning they subscribed and they don't even have their YouTube account anymore and stuff like that. When you have a channel that lies dormant for so long,
yeah.
They were totally only coming to the channel to watch the Jelly Roll freestyle and maybe the stuff of him and Worm and shit, you know.
I totally get it. But the fact that you just said it, you know, we're gaining or getting closer to 40K now.
No, for sure.
That's just like, okay.
It helped a lot that we was able to merge the Topic YouTube channel, which is my music, to my channel, because that not only gave us the views that we were owed, but it gave us the subscribers, which was the 2,000 subscribers that came over.
Mm-hmm.
I had 3,000 on that, but they only move over the ones that aren't subscribed. So 1,000 of those were already subscribed to me.
Mm.
So we was able to gain traction that way. But yeah, if you hadn't hit subscribe yet, I don't know how you haven't yet. I don't know how you watch YouTube.
Right. I guess what I was leading to was the memberships.
For sure. Join Team Chaddy, the membership, guys.
Yeah, do that. That's when I hit subscribe. Yeah. Subscribe is important, but to Chad's point, most of y'all have already subscribed. But if you have subscribed at this point, another very important thing is this little bell over here. No, for sure. Because now ChadArmesTV has began to go live. And we still haven't like narrowed down when and where we're going to do this and how we're going to do this. But so right now it's kind of spontaneous. Yeah. And even when we notify y'all and let y'all know we have a live, people still don't get the notifications. Right. And we still like it's noon right now. And if me and Chad decided to go live at 6 p.m. tonight, by 12:30, we would put on the YouTube community, hey guys, we're going live at 6 o'clock, 6:30, whatever I just said. But like Chad said, even now, a lot of people don't see that because of this little bell over here. You got to hit that bell and you got to hit all. Yeah, you hit all. And then sometimes you even have to go back and check every day because it just perfect example. Yesterday was Friday, right? So episode with you and Rufio Hooks dropped, right? Shout out Rufio. Mel was laying with me like before she was going to work at 1:45, and that's when she got the notification that y'all dropped a podcast at 9 a.m. And she's got notifications enabled, and they didn't send her one until 4 hours. She's Team Chaddy. Yeah, until 4 hours after the podcast started. I have been getting my notifications though for the early morning randomness. The exclusive. It does good for the members. It doesn't miss a beat on the membership stuff. Yeah, but for the membership stuff, you know what I mean? The members get notified for that. Right. But see, so but $3 a month, you get that extra content for sure. And like we weren't able to drop any last week because I was incapacitated. But I just he still is. I just dropped a early morning random EMR. I dropped an EMR video. Okay. That's gonna be it's already out on there. So just for $3 a month, you get your own custom little show and prove emoji, and you also get content that nobody else gets. We're gonna start doing early access to content once we hit a certain amount of those, and then we're going to start doing members only live streams when we hit a certain amount of members. And you're going to get early access to merch and all kinds of other cool stuff. So it's basically OnlyFans, except we're not showing our titties, and I'll show mine. I told Chad I'd show mine. Yeah, I mean, you can really. I mean, honestly, as dudes, we could show our titties right now, and we wouldn't get in trouble. But they're gonna have to pay for my shit. Yeah, you know I know my worth, bro. Yeah, they already demonetized the podcast anyways. Even if we talked about church or something. Yeah, we haven't even uploaded it yet, and it's already demonetized. Yeah. But yeah, $3 a month, man. It's well worth it for $3 a month. And come on, man. I even pay it. Yeah, come on. What the fuck? Man. So do I. Right? How could we from my other content, from my other channel? Yeah, I do. Right? Why not? I put in on it. Yeah, $3. Hell yeah! Fly by the seat of your pants and fucking hit that daggum join memberships. We're gonna put the link in the description and in the pinned comments because if you have an iPhone, it's like splitting a motherfucking atom trying to get this damn membership joined. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't exist. That's so accurate, dude. We would like for the first week we had the memberships going. I've got to find this fucking fun fact article. We had the memberships going. We were all going different directions because we didn't realize they differed so much from different devices. Like from the mobile version, from Android to Apple, to the desktop version, from Mac to PC. Like everything looks different. Everybody gets it different ways. Shout out to Android for being the simplest way. No, for sure. But people still use those.
Android.
They really do.
That's cool. I mean, it's dope.
What else? Is it though? I miss my
No,
Android.
I'm not hating on Android at all. I used to love Android. They just didn't like me.
Apple's so much simpler though, from like
That-
a business standpoint.
Well, that's me. Like that, I switched to iPhone, and I've never broke a phone. I've upgraded multiple times, but I've never. I went through Android phones like it was. I mean, bro, they would always just stop working, and it may be different now. I just like the way that Apple works now that I'm used to it. It's hard to go back.
It's so simple, but at the same time, for the business shit, like, all right, video shit for this, like we're sending files back and forth. Chad's music, file transmissions, you know what I'm saying? Uploading, all that. Apple to Apple is fucking so much
AirDrop,
simpler.
yeah.
You know what I mean? AirDrop, all that kind of stuff.
And let's be honest with each other.
Let's do it.
Me wearing this shirt, I mean,
It's amazing. Let's talk about
What else
that.
am I not going to use except for Apple products?
You look like the guy that gives you a lay when you get off the plane in Hawaii.
I do, or I look like the son of of Wayne Knight's character from Jurassic Park.
Ooh, that's it.
That's who I look like.
Yeah, that's a pretty good
If he
one
had
right
a
there.
kid that had a little hip hop influence, I would be him.
Yeah.
Look at this shirt, and you know what's so fire? Look at this daggum bill, son.
Yeah, now that's where it gets crazy. When you flip, I wish that you could flip it
I
up
know,
like
dude.
White
I
Men
wish I
Can't
could-
Jump.
I wish I could. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish you could.
I wish I could fly by the seat of my pants and lift it up. But look, this is my Bad Habits hat. This is what I wore on the Bad Habits one cover
Fun
with
fact.
Lee Rizzle. Yeah.
But
But
it looks so much cooler when you just slightly tilt that
dude,
up.
if I could just flip it up and keep it up like that, it looks kind of like I need binoculars, don't it? When I have this up, it looks like I need binoculars.
It
Like
looks
I'm
dope.
bird watching
It
or
looks
something.
so much dope.
I look like I could bird watch and listen to Drake while I'm bird watching.
Just sit like this the rest of the episode. There you go.
I could listen to Drake and bird watch with this outfit.
Shut up, Drake. He's probably watching.
He definitely has hit me up on Instagram yesterday.
Shout out to Champagne
And
Poppy.
he said
Mhm.
he wanted to know if I would get on that remix of that song him and Jack Harlow have called Churchill Downs. And I said, fun fact, that's actually a subdivision in a town that I live in.
Ah,
So I said, you know what? I know a lot about horse racing.
I'll
and
meet you there.
You know, I know a lot about stuff. So
That's on Jack Harlow's album, right?
I think so. They said I could put the remix on my next album.
I like the Drake feature currently on Future's new album.
Yeah.
I like that record. I was listening to that before you pulled up, I think.
Yeah.
Shout out Drake. He's probably watching.
Speaking of Drake, we can kind of talk about this for a minute.
Go.
New Post Malone drop, 10 carat 2 carat. What is it?
12 karat toothache.
I said 10 carat Tukey. Is
So
Tukey what you
real
used to call
quick,
slow people? Oh,
no.
sorry.
Shout out Tukey, the artist, an amazing artist. So
Oh, that was Tootsie.
Tootsie, you're right. It is. We don't know what we're talking about over here. We're just flying by the seat of our
Oh,
pants.
Lordy. R.I.P. Tukey.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the. I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, just leave it.
Keep
R.I.P.
moving.
Tukey.
You with me? So what were we talking about? Post Malone, 12 karat toothache. So have you? Shout out to that guy. What was that noise? Don't do that. So the teeth thing. It took me 12 karat toothache. Obviously, has something to do with diamonds in your mouth, right?
Mhm.
But if you guys haven't seen Post Malone's new grill, try to check that out when you get opportunity, because that motherfucker's teeth are way different than any other rapper's teeth that are encrusted in diamonds I've ever seen before.
Well, he's a
He has went
Odd
through.
person.
So his front top four and front bottom four are just white veneers, just perfect. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then the rest of his teeth, going all the way back on top and all the way back on bottom, are fucking solid diamonds.
Oh wow.
Like there's literally stones in his teeth to where the stones are so big they almost look like his whole tooth.
Oh, like that? Like that? Or is that new?
No.
It's new.
That's
It's old.
that's how you see rappers' mouths
Oh,
all
this
the
is
time.
old. Okay.
And notice the front top four and bottom top four were diamonds too. His new shit, his top four, bottom four are regular teeth, just porcelain veneers, like really nice teeth.
Mhm.
And then the rest of his shits are solid diamonds. If you see him on Jimmy Fallon,
Shout out to Jimmy Fallon.
yeah, shout out Jimmy Fallon. When he was on that, he shows.
Oh, you talking about like that?
Correct.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
now he has 12 carats worth of that in his mouth. That's
Such a-
different,
He's so weird looking, dude.
right? So that's it. Yeah, 12 carats is a
Okay,
lot.
here we go. Post Malone is looking like $1 million. The Circle singer has an icy new grill, which cost a reported $1.6 million.
See what I mean? That's different than $100,000.
Go fuck yourself, Post Malone.
That's different than $100,000 grill at Johnny Dang's or whatever the fuck.
Let me see you grill. Let
know
me
what I mean?
see you why.
Yeah, that's different. But
Yeah.
12 karat toothache. What do you think?
Okay, so I listened to it.
14 songs, I think.
Yeah, let's do it this morning.
Mhm.
This is coming from somebody that absolutely loved his 2019 album. Hollywood's Bleeding, is that what it was
Right,
called?
yeah.
That album.
What was the one before that? Stoner. Stoner. Wasn't it Stoner?
I guess the yellow cover one.
Yeah, it's Stoner. I think that's the name of the album.
Yeah. Shout out to Stoner.
Shout out to you, Stoner. Pull up.
But that last album,
Hollywood's Bleeding.
from start to finish,
Mhm.
was amazing to me. And this is somebody, I wasn't the hugest Post Malone fan until that album dropped. I liked a few songs here and there,
Mm-hmm.
but it was that Rockstar is what made me like Post Malone. I didn't
Mhm.
like Iverson at first.
Fun fact. Rockstar, I knew was going to be a hit because I heard a sample of it. It was like 30 seconds long on like a live something.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept telling everybody forever that it was going to be amazing. And then when the song finally came out, it had 21 Savage on it, and it was amazing. But I kept telling everybody a long time before that song came out that I heard a clip of a song called Rockstar from Post Malone. And when Rockstar comes out, it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Keep going. Didn't mean to cut you off.
They but that album, I mean, the song with Ozzy's amazing. Every song, the first song is my favorite.
Mhm.
But I listened to this all the way through, and there was only one song that halfway grabbed me.
The one that we played before?
Yeah, and it's just a cool
the name
song.
The name of this record is called Insane. It's the one that Chad's referencing to.
Sorry, I'm not catching a drain. I almost hiccuped, and I was trying to stop it. And that
I
was
like
my
the
defense mechanism.
Cooped Up record with Roddy Ricch, the
Yeah.
single. I love
It's
it.
cool. It's cool. Yeah,
and
but
then
I heard that one. So yeah,
And then the Love Hate song to Alcohol. I think that record is an amazing record.
that one is dope.
And then
I don't like the happier side. I don't like the one with Doja Cat.
me neither.
The
And
one
that
with Gunna, I don't like.
and Yesterday, the one with Doja Cat, fun fact, was the #1 song in
Of
America.
course it was.
Just because of Doja Cat. Probably.
And because of him.
Yeah, I mean the collab, everybody wanted to hear it. But
Maybe
Yeah.
I need to give it another listen. I don't want to determine my thoughts, but I will say the alcohol track and the Insane track 7 and 8,
Yeah.
track 7 and 8 are the two that Lemon Tree's cool,
Lemon Tree's cool.
but there's no undeniable hit songs on that record.
You need to check out Lemon Tree and really, really, if you've only listened to it a couple times, listen to that record till you understand the lyrics a little better. Because it took me a minute to grasp the concept of that record
Yeah.
about being a lemon opposed to a tangerine or what's the other fruit?
I never delved that deep. I mean, I just listened to I half-assed listen to it, I
Okay,
guess.
so go back and listen to that. See if you can pick that one apart. Because I thought I had it figured out, and then I had an open discussion. Who was I talking to? Logan Sport. Me and Logan Sport were listening to the record, and Logan being a great songwriter and shit, he pointed it out like in a different perspective about what those lyrics meant, and it was an interesting conversation. Shout out Logan Sport.
Yeah. But overall, Hollywood's Bleeding, I thought was
Way better.
one of the best albums to drop in the last 5 years.
Well,
I think it would be in a top 10 albums of the last 5 years, rap wise. You put him in that rap category. He's really not, but he is kind of. He's kind of the ones that kind of shape shift. If that makes sense.
that everybody says he capitalized off the genre and then turned into what he ultimately wanted to be, and that's fine. I don't give a fuck how you get in the game. It's the longevity you possess while you're here, right? Like
People are doing that now with
look at
country
Jelly.
rap, dog.
Dude, Jelly's been rapping 20 years of our lives, and now he's a fucking rock star, literally. And now he has a fucking country record. Who the fuck says you have to limit anything as far as being creative?
No, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like if
A good banjo player can play any genre of music on a fucking banjo.
people give
Why'd I say banjo?
I don't know. Shout out to banjos
For real.
Banjo but people get a lot of shit in country rap because people are saying, well, you're coming in and you're culture vulturing. I'm not talking about me.
I'm talking
about people in general. But like my thing is, if somebody sees an opportunity to do something, and if they want to change their style, is it an opportunistic approach? Yes. But isn't that what we're all doing it for?
Post got through the door being a rapper, and White Iverson took over the radio.
Yeah.
Right? But it just happened to work that way. It's not like if he had all the songs written and recorded right now.
That just took off.
Why? Okay, before we get off post, I agree. I think his previous albums were way better. I think Stoner and the fucking Hollywood's Bleeding were way better than the new one. I don't like on the new one how he does not rap at all. But every song is melodic. He's you know, there's kind of like some swagged out shit, and Insane is a perfect example of that. The second verse of Insane, he's more kind of swagged out, but he's still doing the posty rock star shit. He's not rapping.
No, and it's still considered a hip hop rap album, but there's no rapping at all.
And I just said,
other than just whoever's on it.
What was I gonna say? I said before we get
about post.
Yeah,
you was talking about we were talking about people like the taking advantage or whatever.
I don't know. I'm stoned.
Oh, but yeah, my thing is I don't get on to people like that in a sense of there's ways to go about doing it, in my opinion. Like some people I feel are industry plants of certain genres and certain, like, perfect example. What was dude, white Slim Jesus?
Dude.
Slim, he was a total industry plant, dog. Like
that's just stupid.
But you see what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit is the shit that I consider like a ridiculous, like opportunistic type thing.
Yeah.
Because that dude clearly doesn't live the life that he's rapping about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was talking about with that. So if there's people that are like that, then I don't co-sign it. But like if people want to people, it kills me when people try to say that shit about Jelly. But like, bro, Jelly can do all of it.
Yeah.
Jelly can sing country. He can sing rock.
That's Post. Post is the same shit.
Same with Church. Same with Leroy.
No, I don't think you should limit creativity.
No, not at all. Not at all.
If you're a good musician, you're a good musician.
Yeah, for sure. With that being said, fly by the seat of your pants. Just do what you want today. Yeah. You know what I mean?
By the seat of our pants. We'll just call the episode that.
Seat of our pants, yeah.
But I don't know what I wanted to say something so bad, and I paused myself to get something else out because I talk so fucking much, and now I don't know. But in my mind, mentally, I'm over here trying so hard to remember what I was going to say because it was important to what we were talking about. But
shout out to the school squabbles.
Yeah, shout out to the squabbles. Post new album is cool. It's straight. But it's not what I was expecting after such a long break. And
honestly, I don't know. I didn't know how he was going to top the last album, anyways. Which that's always kind of a catch-22 anyway. He just wanted to go a different route, I'm sure.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Okay.
Why wasn't Motley Crue on the album? Motley Crue is an amazing Post record. And that shit came out maybe 6 months ago, before he even announced 12 Karat Toothache, the album. You remember Motley Crue?
No, but I mean, if I heard it, we can't play it on here. But if
we can't. But
if I heard it, I would know what you were talking about.
Yeah. Make sure it's on one of our phones. That way, when we hit the sponsor, we'll hit the sponsor in a minute. Shit, we're 30 in anyway. But when we hit sponsor, I want you to hear that.
Dropped in July of last year, yeah.
Dope ass fucking record. That's the Post that I expected to at least see.
I know that, the race car one.
Exactly.
Why was that one not on there? Just
you tell me.
I wonder if he did it for just a certain.
It may have been for a soundtrack. It
maybe so.
Whatever.
Maybe so, yeah.
That's the Post though that we kind of got. Oh, remember Post? You know what I mean? Like it's like, hey guys, remember I'm still Post Malone. I got music coming, guys. And he hit us with that Motley Crue, and that shit was ticking. That was a dope ass Post Malone record.
Ricky Tikki Tavi, baby.
And we got none of that on the 12 Karat Toothache, and I think that's disappointing, even from the consumers. Like, because there's people that fell in love with him on Hollywood's Bleeding, and they go for that same taste, and they don't get that. It's like he's changing it on us again. Yeah. But he's a very talented guy, nonetheless. But yeah, I give it a 7.5, maybe out of 10, and that's just because of the 3-4 records we just mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, first listen, I'd give it like a 6, but I'm gonna go back and listen to it again for sure.
$1.8 million in his mouth. 6, 1.6.
That's too much money. Okay,
that's a lot of money.
It's too much money for your girl. I mean, it's too much money for a girl, dog.
I love his character, how polite he is, though. I love how way.
No, yeah,
he's got a kid on the way now too.
He seems super cool.
Yeah, he's got a little boy on the way, I think.
But shout out to Zero. I like his new album. It dropped the week before.
Haven't listened to that. I need to tap in though.
But me
ain't
and
that like his 50th fucking album?
Probably. He's like me. Or I'm like him. But he's Zero has always been one of mine and Lex's favorite artists, period.
I'll co-sign that. I know
every time he drops, even when me and Lex barely spoke to each other over the last 3 or 4 years, every time a Zero album dropped, we were in each other's inbox like, did you check the new Zero out? every time.
Yeah.
And it's just I love Houston rap in general, but the way that he sings and rap, he's just always been one of my favorites, dog.
I got to be honest, I've never really just
most people up this
in
way haven't.
like
he's
that.
He's more or less, he's huge in Texas, but he don't really stretch out as far as like the Paul Walls and the Slim Thugs do.
Thug a motherfucker.
Yeah, but I think he's dope.
Who else has something new this week? Doobie.
Yeah, I haven't heard
our friend Doobie.
I've never met him, but he seems cool.
I had the luxury of meeting Doobie a couple of times. Hung out with him a couple. It was way before he was as big as he is now. If you guys ain't tapped in, Doobie, Doobie, yeah, from Ohio. That's where they're at. But that's DJ Highlight. You know, he used to run with Jelly back in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're still. I'm pretty sure they're all still.
No, they are, because whenever they were on tour last year, they linked up with them.
But I personally have been a huge fan of Doobie since Highlight started pushing his product, etc. And we have watched that guy grow to something amazing. Like he's definitely been making noise out there for a while. But he dropped a whole new album this week as well, and I had no idea until I saw it on social media last night when Chad pulled up. I was listening to it for the first time.
Yeah, I just added it to my library. I'll check it out on the way.
Super talented dude, man. If y'all know who Doobie. I really wish I could get him to call in the show. I know he knows me. I have a clip.
Maybe through Highlight. Maybe you can get through Highlight.
Same. Highlight.
I've never met Highlight.
Every time, and luckily, I've had that luxury as well, and got to hang out with Highlight a couple times. Shout out DJ Highlight. Shout out to all them guys, man, up there.
I still bang that White Trash Tail mixtape he did for Jelly back in the day.
Great mixtape. Fucking amazing.
It's a gangsta music song with Worm and Jelly on it. Was banging. R.I.P. Wizzle.
Yeah, R.I.P. Wizzle forever. But yeah, shout out Doobie. Shout out to them. Misery Loves Company 2 is the name of that project. And he's working shit. Like I told Chad when he pulled up what I was listening to, I was like, man, I'm pretty sure Doobie just put out a project like 3 months ago. So for him to put out another one right now.
It's the way to do it, man. People want that shit quick, dog.
Yeah, that aggressive, keep your foot on their neck.
Keep
applying pressure.
Can't say that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna let this album ride out though.
But you deserve.
We're gonna work on another one though.
It's not cruise control. I don't want to say that, but
we finna start working on the next one.
It's not letting off the gas. It's literally throwing enough in the furnace to gear up for the next project. Or
we've got another three visuals I want to shoot for this the songs off this record, because there's 4 singles that are out when the album drops.
Plus, there's a couple little things to the side.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you don't forget that, because aside from those 3 that he just mentioned.
Oh, yeah, we got some shove. We got one of the bangingest songs of the year that's going to drop sometime, and it's not on the album. Just know it's happening.
Fun facts.
Yeah, it's happening.
Where we at? You want to hit the sponsors real quick?
Where we at?
Yeah, 33. Let's do it. Real quick, before we do that, if you guys are ever interested in becoming one of the sponsors of I Got Some Shit to Say to podcast and being a part of this wonderful show we have created here on ChadArmesTV, we would love for you to reach out to me or Chaddy directly and inquire about these positions, because we have inquiries, but we want the right fit for what we have going on here. One that we can partner with two-way street. You know what I'm saying? And luckily, the ones that you guys see us partner with are wonderful relationships. We need more of those, though. So, yeah, if you're interested in something like that, hit me or Chaddy up. But shout out to the sponsors. We'll be right back. Yo, we already know what time it is, man. We got to take 1 second real quick, just to thank our sponsors, right, Chad?
Absolutely.
Without our sponsors, a lot of this wouldn't be possible.
Absolutely.
So shout out to, we'll get it started with our friends at Fish House Burrow. Our guy JoJo over at Fish House Burrow.
Outstanding food, dog.
Amazing food.
Yeah.
They're at 1626 Middle Tennessee Boulevard over by the campus out in Murfreesboro. They got a new location coming to Smyrna soon, and he talked about another one in Germantown.
Yeah, working on food trucks and stuff.
Food truck coming, but shout out to JoJo over at Fish House Burrow, man. That kicking chicken is that.
Yeah, hot chicken, great catfish, sides are fire, wings are fire.
They cater to the show often.
They cater often. And on top of that, they got a nice spot as well in Murfreesboro.
Yeah, cool little bar.
So
go get your drink on, man. Tell them we sent you, man.
Support local businesses, man.
Support
for sure.
your local businesses,
Shout
man.
out JoJo Fish House Burrow.
Shout out
Kicking
JoJo.
chicken, baby.
That's it. Tell them I got some shit to say. Sent you, man. They'll cut you a cool little discount too, man. So shout out to them guys over at Fish House Burrow. Also, can't forget Miss Grace over at Strike 'em Promotions. Miss Grace, we love you. We appreciate you. Miss Grace is the fine young lady that hooks us up with all the cool stuff that's branded and logoed out, from like our Chad Arms coasters to the I Got Some Shit to Say lighters, to the worm lighters, to my rolling tray.
Leroy Biggs coasters.
Leroy Biggs coasters. She's really took care of us on some personalized products. The lighters that we were able to give out to some of the fans that signed up for the website. That's full compliments of Strike 'em Promotions. We love and appreciate Strike 'em Promotions.
Absolutely.
Also, I got to give a huge shout out to my man Mark Gray over at South Nashville Heating and Cooling. They are a new sponsor here at the show, and we're glad to have him aboard. He's a longtime supporter of Show and Prove Entertainment and a longtime supporter of Chad Arms and Squints, and now is a full-time supporter of the I Got Some Shit to Say podcast, which we fucking love. Yeah. They specialize in like quiet HVAC systems and those kind of things, along with any of your HVAC needs.
Mark and them get you good. Mark and them's the plug on the HVACs, man.
Been that way too.
For sure.
Yeah. Again, huge shout out to South Nashville Heating and Cooling Company. That's expert design, quality installation, superior service since 1985. Y'all see the name. Y'all see the number. Y'all see the website. Go check it out.
1980. Look here, 1985.
Some of you snippers wasn't even born.
That is almost 40 years.
Yeah. Shout out to those guys, man. They know what they're doing.
Shout out to Mark Gray, man. South Nashville Heating and Cooling Company.
It's I Got Some Shit to Say podcast. We're back. We're back, damn it.
We're back, gosh dang.
Shout out to the
Yeah,
sponsors.
baby.
Okay. Shout out to the sponsors.
Shout out to my boy Mark, man.
Yeah, shout out to our sponsor. Right now we're down to one because nobody.
He's a very, very good
He's
sponsor.
the best, bro.
Yeah, he's
best in the game
sponsor.
for sure. Love having him around. And he's just a good fucking friend on top of that.
Absolutely. Great people.
The sponsorship shit is trickier than we expected it to be. Not because it's like we just don't want to we only work with certain fucking people.
Yeah.
We're not just doing it for anybody. Got to be the right fit.
No, for sure. And that stuff's going to come along. Like, we're really starting to gain some traction with it. You know, as far as word of mouth, and then the audio stuff's really starting to take off and things like that. So it's just a building process. Me being such an connoisseur, I guess is the word, of podcasting. Like, there's so many comedy podcasts that I watch. There's 10 or 12 different ones. And I've watched some of these, and they didn't start getting popping until like episode 150.
Episode 4.
Episode 4.
That's like Jelly told us. He said a year. He said
Absolutely.
Give it a year.
And it ain't been a year since he told us that.
Nope. And we're almost this is episode 79.
By the way,
if
y'all have not, y'all may have, you may have not. Look, y'all need to do me a favor.
Do it.
And subscribe to Squints615 YouTube channel.
Ah.
So what we're going to do is, my boy Squints is starting his own channel as well, to where he's going to have his own kind of dope-ass content. He's got some good ideas for it.
Okay.
Isn't that what you said you wanted to do? And you want to throw some podcast clips on there too? We may throw some podcast clips on there.
Sure.
This guy is a beast when it comes to, what's the words for it? Tech stuff. What is it?
I'm a geek.
You're really good at stuff.
I do a lot of geeky shit that I could really put out content for and people appreciate.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily think I'm going to target that, but it's the opportunity to build the channel a little bit just initially, because building a YouTube channel from the ground up is very hard to do.
Yeah, we're going to get you there though. Sure.
With the help of our existing watchers and listeners of the show and supporters of ChadArmesTV, I'm sure you guys will help, and I appreciate it up front.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's going to be a challenge, but yeah. I don't know.
We're going to get you there, dog. Rome wasn't built in a day, Bubba.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is, man, like, the link's in the description. He's already got a handful of subscribers on there with no content, just from, I guess, people interacting with him on here. But we're going to start, I think he had talked about maybe there's 2 episodes of the podcast that never were on this channel.
True.
That we're going to put up on there. Now, this was before ChadArmesTV.
Anything.
This is when Squints decided he wanted to do it.
Yeah.
It's 2 episodes. You want to talk about them real quick?
Sure. One of the episodes, I didn't even have a podcast yet. I just was blessed with the opportunity to sit with someone I really fucking appreciate and it's John Kilmer from the Y&K podcast. He runs it with Mike Stud, or artist formerly known as Mike Stud, goes by Mike. Y'all have heard me talk about him a million times.
Mm-hmm.
But I had the opportunity to sit down with him, and that is what sparked me. I'd already had aspirations for the show. I already had the name. I had the set semi-building up. I didn't have half the equipment. I didn't have shit. I didn't have Chad. I didn't have nothing.
Yeah.
But I got an opportunity because I was manifesting shit, and that opportunity presented itself to where I had to act on the interview. So if you ever watch episode 2 of I Got Some Shit to Say, the podcast, it really wasn't even an episode of anything. It was me just getting lucky to interview someone I idolized.
And your first one was with Joe Rilla, correct?
No, episode 3 was Joe Rilla.
So where's episode 1?
It is no longer in existence.
So it was just you?
Yes.
Okay. Have I even seen that one?
No.
Okay, so that was just like your pilot, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
I burned it.
So those 2 episodes will be on his YouTube channel, and then I got some other ideas we'll talk about off camera that we could probably try to do.
Yeah. Just to pile some content in there for y'all to dig
sure.
through, some stuff y'all haven't seen. We'll start the channel with that, and it's still showing proof to the dirt. This is
for sure. It's just, I wanted, like I said, I've been wanting to talk to you about this. I wanted you to be able to have your own platform in addition to the podcast and stuff on here, to where you can grow and do your own content and still be. It's all show and prove at the end of the day.
Yeah,
but you be able to do your own shit and grow your own stuff too. That's what it's about, Bubba.
Yeah, no, you're right, and I appreciate you bringing that to light.
No,
for
sure.
me, because
sure.
Chad's told me to do this for years, but we're partners with Show and Prove Entertainment.
Yeah,
and that's what it is. Like me and him, we have an established company together, and we are partners on that. So anything I touch is his, and pause, and vice versa. Like everybody, you order me, you get him, and you order him, you get me. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
But now with the lives and shit in play, and we have the ability to do stuff mobile. Between me and Chad, we've proved that with our lives and other things we've been doing lately. But Chad's right. I mean, there's the more that we grow as a company at Show and Prove, there's going to be opportunities to where we're not going to be in the same room, and it's not, he may be busy doing one thing and me be busy doing another. So there has to be a way for me to capitalize without holding Chad's hand all the fucking time, or him holding my hand, vice versa. And
while we're so tied together with Show and Prove, with what we do, we're very different as well in stuff that we take in on a daily basis.
For sure.
So if you watch stuff I watch, stuff you listen to, stuff I listen to, there's all kinds of stuff you could do on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's endless opportunities, and in addition to throwing up hilarious clips from the podcast episodes in the past.
Yeah, I like that idea. I like
that's gonna be dope, because there's a fucking treasure trove of gold in that fucking playlist.
Yeah, there really is, man.
You're talking 79 episodes counting this one, or more than that, because we got the pilot and the birthday episode and the half-see. So like, there's a ton of stuff to be able to go through and sit down, and I'm excited for it, man. Y'all be sure to hit the subscribe button on there. I'll put it as the top channel on my suggested YouTube channels too.
Oh, that's love. I didn't know that was a thing.
No, for sure. Yeah. It's on.
Where does that show at?
Like on your YouTube app, if you scroll over and it says channels.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'll show you.
Yeah, I didn't know that thing.
So like, see here, it says home, videos, playlist, community, membership, channels. Right now, I just got my other one, and these are old.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but so we'll put your channel there, and then y'all hit that subscribe button on there, man. If y'all fuck with this channel, y'all gonna obviously fuck with Squizzles, because he's gonna have some dope shit. And then when he gets to a certain subscriber base, he'll be able to start going live and doing stuff on his own. Like, 'cause he's got I'm telling you, when he starts to delve into the tech stuff, I think that's a lane that you could really capitalize on.
Yeah. And Chad, he's right. I know I could too. Like, I look
You're really good at it, and people watch the fuck out of that shit.
And the shit that I watch on YouTube to learn how to put this podcast together in a good way, all the shit I watched was so stupid, man. Like, them guys, they don't know nothing against any of those guys, because they taught me a lot as far as like video production, audio production, like what equipment to use, what not. And then Chad's talking about how I jailbreak my phone. You know what I mean? I'm real big like this. My iPhone his iPhone
does so much stuff that I didn't even know phones could do.
Right. And then my car as well.
Yeah.
I've jailbroke my car stereo system to where I can play like YouTube videos and shit in motion. So it may be dangerous, but it's really fucking cool.
Well, I mean, it's no different than having a TV screen.
Exactly.
Shout out to Little Troy.
Yeah, shout out to Little Troy.
Bola, Shakola. I had 38 fucking screen. Shout out to the $top boys. I mean, they had fucking TVs in their gas tanks.
They used to have them in the gas tanks, literally.
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, there was like
I think Lex had one in the floors and the floorboard.
floors.
Okay. Yeah, he had one in the gear shifter. There was no.
He had one under the car.
I mean, yeah.
No, but same thing though. Back when I learned how to do all that, it was just rabbit holes of just geeks. And I'm a geek, but I'm a cool geek.
Yeah.
And if I put content,
You're a geek.
there it is. If I put content together in the form they did, but worded it differently to where dumbasses
they're
like me,
strictly there for informative purposes.
yeah, and they just act like they're talking to a lot of geniuses, and I'm not a fucking genius. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck they were saying and shit.
Right.
Like that's kind of ass backwards.
And
to dumb it down would be better. Is my point. And,
yeah, and you know how to work a camera, dog.
True.
So you know how to. You know what I mean?
And edit it when I'm finished and all that.
that's
Like
what I'm
I get it, and all of this that we've done is set up those opportunities maybe for that. I don't know, but
and we talked about this in the break. It's something I've been wanting to talk to you about, but I just didn't know if it was something you wanted to do.
Yeah,
but I've been wanting you to be able to do that, dude, because you got a voice and you're good on camera and you know shit, and it could be stuff about you could do music reviews, dude, on there. There's all kinds of shit you could do, dog.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right, and I appreciate the motivation, man. I really do.
Dude. It's just getting you to that 1,000, getting you to that first hump, which is always the big hump on YouTube. You got to get to the 1,000 subscribers.
That's where y'all come in.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get you there, though.
And Chad says, like, bro, look at your thing, and I looked, and I had 60 subscribers. I don't even have. There's not one video up.
Yeah.
So shout out to those 60 people. No clue who you are, but to his point, and I was like, how do I have 60 subscribers now and don't have a video? And Chad was like, bro, it's where you comment on our videos, like in the live stream, because I'm an admin on ChadArmesTV, so and I show up as Squints615. So made sense. But with the help of y'all and the help of my buddy back there, man, I'm gonna try to put some B-side content together for y'all.
It's gonna be dope, dude. I'm excited about it because there's so many different ways you can go about that. And you're going to think of shit. You're going to think of good ideas. It could be shit at work you do with you and Logan doing shit. I mean, you don't ever know what could come about, and you'd be like, oh, that'd be dope. And then you could piece something together. So that's what's great about having your own YouTube channel, because you can just be like, well, shit, I could, and you can always try. You're not going to hit on everything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's ultimately just that opportunity so I can go live. I can't be with Chad all the time, and I can't go live. Yeah, fuck that. I want to go live, and to go live on YouTube, you got to have 1,000 subscribers,
which is, I mean,
stupid.
But I guess because there's the opportunity of monetization. Yeah,
right.
So one thing of advice when you do get your we need to make sure we don't put anything on your channel that would violate copyright, because then you won't get monetized.
Oh, I'm down for that.
So it'll be all your own shit.
Yeah, but I don't want to cap anything. Like as far as the way I smoke and shit, like the way we do.
No.
It'll be just like the YouTube.
I'm just talking about showing
I ain't changing up for
copyright shit. Like don't
no music.
They won't monetize you for that if you start doing it a lot.
Fuck, what record did we say we were going to play during the break and we didn't?
I don't know. Was it Posty?
It was.
But I remembered what it was, the racetrack song.
Oh yeah. Motley Crue.
Shout out to Motley Crue. I heard Nikki Sixx used to main vein fucking heroin.
He did. And also, what's the guy? Damn, we're going to get boasted in the fucking comments. We don't get this quick. Motley Crue. Maybe it wasn't Motley Crue. Maybe it was Nikki Sixx. Is he the one that said he snorted his dad's ashes?
Probably. I mean, I can.
When his father passed away, he said he took ashes.
Whoa. What was I thinking? Of course he had to pass away to snort his ashes.
Yeah, his father passed away.
God, I was
and he took the ashes and mixed it with cocaine and snorted it. Shout out to that. I can't remember.
Okay, first of all, the internet is undefeated. You know what I just Googled?
What'd you Google?
Who snorted their father's ashes?
Yes.
Guitarist Keith Richards.
That's it. That's who did
from
it.
the Rolling Stones said in an
Stones.
interview that he snorted his father's ashes during a drug binge.
Yes.
British media reported late on Tuesday, April 2007.
Yes.
I literally Googled who. I didn't say artist. I just said who snorted their father's ashes, and it pulled it right
But I knew and he revealed that in a I want to say the way I read that originally, I've known that for years because I read it somewhere. But the way he revealed it was like his first interview after that drug binge. Like he was
like, God, this is where I was at.
Yeah, he literally had finally gotten some rest, and then did that interview and said, "You guys wouldn't believe what I
was biting toenails off my animals and snorting them
and snorting my dad's ashes."
I mean, do you even get high from snorting ashes?
If you mix it with cocaine, I'm sure you do. I mean, there's cocaine in it.
But why wouldn't you just do the cocaine?
I think it's more of a tribute type thing.
I think he's more,
So my question is, what do you do with the rest of the ashes? Did you just take a sample of them?
He probably made some into like a fucking yoo-hoo.
Because when someone passes away and they're cremated, how many ashes is there? I know it's like an urn, you know what I'm saying?
It's a substantial amount, I would think.
I would think so too.
Because the human body's, you cremate this son of a bitch. I mean, y'all gonna have to get a fucking.
You're gonna need a bigger urn.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking sitting right over
here. You're gonna need a barrel.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking Cracker Barrel over there.
Big old
Chatty
fucking
Bobby's in the
distiller.
Cracker Barrel. Don't smoke Chatty Bobby.
So when you get cremated and you're just ashes and somebody like sits you up on the mantle, there's so-and-so over there.
Yeah.
And then we're doing coke or some shit, and somebody's like, "Hey, you know what we should do, bro?
You know that happens so much.
We should mix some of homie with some of this powder, man, and
think about
send one off for him. You know,
what do you think? You think their spirit goes inside of you?
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure there was more of a like.
I said that like a really special needs person, but it made it for good comedy effect.
Agreed.
I think comedic was the right word.
But I'm wondering,
especially after Keith Richards did that, and everybody found out how many fucking Rolling Stones fans did that with their family's ashes. You know what I'm saying? Or their dog's ashes. Maybe they had them cremated. Do you want to be cremated or buried?
Do I?
Yeah. Transition.
I think. I don't know. That's a great question. What about you? Do you know?
Well, here's the thing. I'm terrified of closed spaces.
So that means
even in death, I feel like I would be claustrophobic.
So you're leaning more towards cremation? Well, I'm thinking cremation.
I thought about it, but nobody else in my family. Everybody else has plots and
that doesn't make it wrong though.
I know. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to be alive to fucking know it.
Right. I think cremation is the way to go solely because of the finances involved.
Yeah.
Like if y'all want to have a nice little send-off shindig, keep me in a box for a minute.
Yeah.
That's cool. But save your money. You know what I mean?
I'm making this public right now. I want, there's a song, there's one, and I've told Mel and I've told my family there, and I'll tell you and everybody else.
Okay.
Whenever Chatty Bobby crosses that rainbow in the sky,
mm-hmm.
I want to make sure
mm-hmm.
that Bishop Gunn Making It is played at my funeral. I don't care what they have to do. Just Google the song.
Okay.
I found out about it through Theo Vaughn. They're a fire ass like rock band, but it describes my life very, very closely. And it's dope as fuck. And I don't want anybody crying. Everybody's gonna cry, but I mean,
I want to listen to the song. Your Bishop. We need to make a note of that so I can listen to that before we're done.
Yeah, but it's something to think about. I mean, it sucks because when you really break it down, dog, when you sit here and try to figure out, like, coming to the realization that you're gonna not exist.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot to try to like understand. Have you ever thought about that? And then
I'm at a point in my life where I think about it a lot. Actually,
yeah, me too. And some days I'm terrified.
Mm-hmm.
And then some days I'm like, I guess I won't. Like, it's weird, dog.
I think where we are now,
hard to wrap your head around it.
I think, especially where we are now, because I mean, it's no secret, guys. Today is June 6th, and in 12 days, I will be 40 years of age.
Yep, I ain't far behind you, Bubba.
And
I'll be 39 in November.
And I'm thinking that. I remember being a rapper, and I was like, man, bro, if I ain't on by the time I'm 30, I'm done with this rap shit.
I remember multiple conversations we had with each other in the Rutledge.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man,
how long?
Because we were on our 60th show and still in the same spot. We were like, man, when we're 30, Squints, we're not going to keep doing this,
right?
And we're thriving more now.
Now, right?
But that's not how it was back then, though.
It's not. but it makes it hard now for me to it's hard for me to judge the first 40 now. Does that make sense? Like when it's like life's it's so fast.
Bruh.
It seems like yesterday we were 20.
Bruh.
And now I'm about to be 40.
Dude, I already know. Like, I sat there and thought about it today. This is the 20th year since I graduated high school, dog.
See what I mean?
I've been out of school longer. You know what I'm saying? I've been out of school for 20 years. That's crazy to me, dude.
Yeah.
I've been out of school longer than I was in school for.
So my homie that stopped by the other night, I went to high school with, shout out C-Lo.
Yeah.
We'll call him that. He's supposed to pull up today. But I haven't hung out with my guy in a minute. But back in like junior high, I'm talking 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
Me and this kid were inseparable. Every day on our bicycles, all around the city, in trouble, you know, stealing cigarettes, fucking smoking cigarettes, all the way up through shit, end of high school, early 20s. We were real close homies.
Yeah.
And just, not that we're not now, just gradually grew apart, started having kids and shit, you know what I'm saying? But all that. But when I think, when he came through the other night, we were just shooting the shit. He just pulled up on me for a little while. And when we were talking about those years back when, like, right, you know, we thought we were so cool, bro.
Yeah, man.
But he was telling stories about when I started rapping and how, and it seemed, it was like, it was yesterday.
Right, I already know.
But it wasn't yesterday.
No, it wasn't.
It was so long ago.
What makes me feel old is when I start looking at albums that I thought were so dope when I was in high school.
Yeah, what was I wearing?
Well, like, I just look at, like, for example, the other day, I was going back and listening. You know, I had a playlist of like old, you know, 3-6 stuff.
Yeah,
and something from Hypnotized Camp Posse album came out. That album came out in the year 2000.
Jesus Christ,
it was 22 years ago, dog.
Yeah, that's when I got out of high school.
That's what I'm saying. But like, it doesn't. I don't really feel. That's like how I relate to, like, when I start seeing stuff like that, because music and movies was such a big thing in my life from high school to now.
Mm-hmm.
When I start seeing those years of like, oh, this is the 40th anniversary of this movie and the 30th anniversary of this album, I'm like, bro, this is crazy.
Yeah,
it's wild to think about.
And the kids don't help. Like watching, like you know, you've known Kimura's your whole life.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Same with my nephews, bro. Like, with Kimura, like, but same with my nephews. My nephews used to come stay with me all the time. And it seems like yesterday they were like 5 years old. We was playing WWE 2K, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now they're playing college baseball, dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it like it was 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. And me and Chad, when Show and Prove took our break, you know, we took a break for 3 years.
I fell off the map from June of 12 till July of 14. I was gone for 2 years. I didn't talk to nobody.
Dog. Yeah.
Music wise, I mean, me and
music wise,
every now and then, but I went to work and
exactly.
That's when I was on Xanax. It was bad. It was a bad 2 years.
And I was having kids.
Yeah,
not me, but me.
You was making babies, yeah.
But that's what I was going to say. That's what I'm getting at about the babies part, because that's when Liliana, my second born, she's 10. Chad missed the first couple of years. He didn't see much of her as a little baby, but now he saw all of Hartley. So he watches Hartley grow up a week at a time when he comes through the crib. You know what I'm saying? And now I hear Chad say all the time, God, she's getting so big. You know what I'm saying? I
mean, going back and looking at pictures that we were sending, you know, from like 4 months ago, she didn't have no hair hardly.
Yeah. Now she's Curly Sue. She got.
Yeah. Shout out to the Curly Sue. Great John Hughes flick.
Shout out John
Jim
Hughes.
Belushi.
Shout out Jim Belushi. Yeah. R.I.P.
No, John Belushi died.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was Animal House. Yeah.
Okay.
Jim Belushi is.
How many movies was that guy in?
Man, not many. I know he was in that movie. He was in a movie called 1941.
Why does he have such an iconic comedy presence?
Because of Saturday Night Live. Oh. He was iconic on Saturday Night Live with his skits.
Oh.
Yeah. He did a movie called 1941. He did Blues Brothers.
Yeah, that's the
you know what I'm saying.
Infamous.
So
that's like the infamous role. That and Animal House is the infamous.
Him and Chris Farley's like life trajectory was very similar. Like Belushi's was the 80s, right? He had a Saturday Night Live career that was crazy, and he only had about 4 or 5 movies that were big, and then he died, right?
Yeah.
Same with Chris Farley, but in the 90s, he was huge on Saturday Night Live. He did Tommy Boy, Black Sheep, Beverly Hills Ninja, a couple other movies, and then he passed away. It was their lives were like very like similar. You know what I'm saying? Like their careers and everything.
It seems like that was the heyday for SNLs when we were.
Oh, dude. I mean,
Farley, Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, like
that
all them
early
guys.
90s, and then the late 90s is when you had Will Ferrell and you had Sherry O'Terry and they, like Chris Kattan and all them. The 90s in general, to me, of course, when the 80s ones were popping, they had big stars, but we were so young we didn't watch it.
Yeah.
That's when they had Bill Murray and Chevy Chase and, all those people. But
Chevy Chase.
yeah, man.
Shout out Wally World.
Shout out to his name being Cornelius Chase.
Really?
And said, hey, let's just go with Chevy.
That's
and
dope.
nobody calls him Chevy.
What do they call him?
Everybody calls him Chevy Chase. But it's spelled Chevy, like Chevrolet.
Mm-hmm.
So I never understood why, because everybody says, like, what are you driving? It's a 2015 Chevy, not Chevy, right?
But his is pronounced Chevy.
Yeah, it's pronounced Chevy, but it's spelled the same way. I don't understand.
I think it's just pronunciation, Chad.
Shout out to pronunciation.
But why they say Chevy if his name's Cornelius?
I guess because Cornelius
Why
Chase.
don't they call him Corny?
I don't know. I guess maybe he used to fucking smoke some heavy Chevys back in the day.
Hey.
It was the 80s and 70s.
Shout out Heavy Chevys.
Heavy Chevys or Chevys?
70s.
Heavy 70s.
Heavy 70s.
That's the name of the next album.
The next
Heavy
album.
70s.
Shout out to Chad's new album, Dedication.
Dedicated. Oh, we're going to call it Dedication?
No, it's Dedicated.
Oh, Dedicated.
I changed my mind.
I brought Leroy his, whatchamacallit's here, and he hadn't showed up. He hadn't watched the Chillins.
I saw that. What are those souvenirs from?
He always likes souvenirs whenever we go out of state, so
I
we
know
just get
that.
him a little
What
stuff.
did you
I don't
get
want to
him?
reveal them on the show because he hasn't seen them.
He'll probably leave them here. He doesn't appreciate them.
No, I just get him a little.
He left the last ones here,
Get him
Chad.
one.
They're still here.
Are they really?
Yes.
Oh, well, he's a forgetful son of a bitch. We got him one from North Carolina, and a little shot glass from South Kakalaki, baby. Oh, look at there, Leroy.
See what I mean?
What's this one here, Leroy?
This is why I'm talking about. This is why I'm not.
Arkansas,
This is why I was entertaining.
Texas. We done been to Arkansas, Texas, North and South Kakalaki, and Leroy's
This
souvenirs are here.
this shot glass is cool.
Yeah, they're dope. He freaks out about those. He loves them. He's like a little child. Bless him.
He is a child.
He is. Well, he's a grown child now. He's 23. But
He was supposed to join us today. Fun fact.
yep.
He decided not to show up. Nah, he called and got hung up with some shenanigans and said that he may
Shenanigans, baby.
bless us with his presence later this evening, perhaps.
Maybe you can knock one out.
Maybe so.
Well, either way, we got one. And look, we're flying by the seat of our pants, dadgummit.
Seat of our pants.
You know what I mean?
Episode 79. Shout out Chad Arms, ChadArmesTV. I appreciate you, buddy, for 79 current episodes we have of this amazing show.
I'd like to say out of the 79, I wonder how many I've been on. I'd have to look.
Oh, dude, it's 85%.
Yeah, it's a pretty good percentage.
I wonder out of the 79, how many I've been on.
I don't know. I have to look into that. I think 100% probably.
Yeah, probably.
It's just a
Probably.
guess.
Yeah, man. But shout out to you guys for watching and putting up with all that shit along the way. But it's getting surreal. The fact that we're at 79 episodes in such a short amount of time. The fact that Chad Arms and Chad Arms TV has projectile stock is continuing to rise.
Yeah, man.
Like everything's just on the up and up for Show and Prove Entertainment.
It's definitely bubbling, baby.
I love it.
Yeah,
love
it's
it all.
bubbling.
Everything's great.
I'm really excited to see what the rest of 2022 holds for us musically and
Right.
channel, podcast,
Right.
everything.
Everything.
Because this album, with the bubbling that has been happening with these singles, especially now with Anxiety, that we're going to ride out all the way until the album drops.
Mhm.
We're shooting visuals hopefully this month for a couple of other songs,
Facts.
but those won't drop till after the album drops. But the way that I'm hoping things are going, because Anxiety's it's doing so well, and it's doing so much better than I expected it to do. But what I
that's
was
not
hoping,
facts. Yeah, there
but
you
what
go.
I was hoping it to do.
There you go.
I was hoping it to do what it is doing. I wasn't expecting it, just because I was trying to be realistic. But the amount of shares and comments and messages and all that stuff, man, it means a lot. That lets me know that we really do have some music on here, you know, because we got we gave him a little taste of that with Blessings. But Blessings was just kind of scraping the surface. And I've got another one that's on the album that I'm doing a video for. It's another one on that level that's banging. Yeah. But I just hope y'all enjoy the album. I'm excited to present it to you as a full project. I love the way that we decided to do it. I love that we only kept it 12 tracks. I love that it's all solo stuff.
Agreed. I'm proud of you for it, man. Like I said, it's the best work you've ever done.
Yeah.
But I think it's the start of the better
For
work.
sure.
Like it's just the development. It's 20 years plus of this shit, bro. Like, from every aspect of everything that we've ever done is Show and Prove Entertainment, from all the burnt CDs to all the freestyles to the records that didn't come out, the ideas, the fucking, you know, the features, the hit and misses, the shows, the interviews, the podcast, to all of it is just, I just think we're finally seeing the benefits of it all. And the best part of it is, honestly, your music finally getting recognized.
That's been the thing for me, because for the longest time, man, all the work that I put in, and I got respected by my peers, but I didn't get to that level that I always felt I should have. And I know all artists feel that way, but I really do feel like I deserve to be way further ahead than I am. And a lot of that may be my own mistakes in the past that I can't change. All I can do is
it probably is.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's better to say that it is.
No, for sure.
Than to think it's something else and never be able to pinpoint it.
But my thing is, if I would have kept going on the trajectory I was going before, when I was doing drugs and shit and all that, that probably wouldn't have even happened, because that was going to take a bad turn. So there was a reason that I was supposed to take that sit down. You know what I mean? And it's made me better. And I'm just glad that all these years later, people are still just now really figuring out what I have to offer musically.
Yeah.
People didn't know that I have all these albums in the can from 20 years ago leading up to now. People just know of whatever's happened for the last year.
That's crazy as fuck.
It blew me away when people were telling me, I never heard of your music, and it's really good. And I'm like,
especially coming off that discussion we just had about time.
Yeah.
Like,
but
all that time is like you didn't know the whole time.
Well, because I think
I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah, me too. Because a lot of the music I was making back then, I was making it because I thought it's what people wanted me to make. It wasn't music that I wanted to make.
Love this. That's exactly right.
It was
Chad.
not. I was okay. So in after 2009, from the years 2010 and 11 and 12, I was trying to be Lex TopDollar. I wanted to be like Lex.
I still do.
I'm saying rap, like the stuff that the lifestyle, the stuff that Lex and Bravo, and
the rapper talk, man.
Yeah, just I was trying to do that because I was like, I looked up to them, obviously, and Jelly too, but I thought, well, this is what people are like, so I'll start doing this.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really me. I still made dope music in the process of it, but I don't go back and really just listen to it because I know that wasn't really me. I wanted to be Don Green. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be Don Green and Bravo. You know what I mean? So I felt like so many of us have wanted to be them, obviously, but I'm glad that you feel the same way about that.
You just grew up.
For sure. And I mean, it's just what it was, man. Times were different then, you know?
Everything's different now.
Yeah.
But still the best record.
Shout out to Lex and Bravo.
Yeah, for sure. But shout out to you for the best record you've ever done, regardless of it all. That's what I was telling Rufio Hooks the other night, because you met Rufio Hooks when I did, or knew him around the same time.
Yeah.
You did meet him before me, but
yeah, I met him through Brandon E.
But
yeah,
when I turned to him, I think this is on camera. I don't know, but I turned to him and I say, the same Chad Arms that we were doing shows with at the Rutledge 10, 12 years ago has recorded 700 plus songs since then and has 27 current albums. And these next 12 records on the next album are by far the best he's ever done.
Facts.
And Rufio gives me like this crazy look at that 700 plus record thing, because that's a statistic that just artists do not have. And I remember back in the day, that was that had to if you were to ever get a call from a major label that was interested in you as an artist based off one single, one mixtape, one EP, whatever the fuck, the first question they're going to ask after you guys get established into what is the objective of this call is, the first thing they're going to ask you is how big is that catalog?
Yeah.
And you better say a reasonable fucking, you better not say I ain't done nothing but what you've heard.
Yeah.
Or I got one more project. You need a catalog. That book is important. That little fucking composition notebook you see rappers with or used to see rappers with, that book was important because if you didn't have a catalog of established music, which luckily Chad has 700 plus songs.
That's my catapult. But 40 of those
800
years,
plus, sorry.
40 of those years. So 750.
Still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But no, I was just saying, yeah.
No, I'm just, it's crazy. Like
my catalog on Catapult, which is my distributor, has over 800 songs.
That's crazy.
But 40 of them are from your mixtape that we put out through there.
And the next 12 are the best you've ever done.
Yeah.
Maybe not as a whole, but as a body of work for sure. Like out of those 800, there's probably still 20 in there that are amazing fucking songs.
There's a good 5 that I would pick out and say still hold up today is some of my best stuff ever. It's not every day. Still one of my.
I've said it repeatedly on record. It's not every day.
And what's crazy, I can tell this story because it's not going to happen. But Jelly, when we were shooting, I wish I had this on camera. But I was in the middle of the creek baptizing people. Jelly, while I'm in the middle of all these people, that got brought up somehow.
What?
It's not every day. And he says in front of everybody, do you still have the stems to that song? Does Zach still have the stems to that song so we can redo it? And I said, I don't know, but I'm going to find out.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
What?
I checked. Yeah, he doesn't have them.
Wow.
We can I mean, I don't know. He probably just didn't think he needed to keep them. 20.
Shout out Zach Crow.
Yeah, shout out Zach. But Jelly saying that, I was like, man,
y'all Google that name real quick.
It's not every day. Because the thing that's crazy about it's not every day, bringing Jelly into it is when Jelly was locked up, that whole 2008 pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I sent him that CD. That was before the album came out because he
remember these times.
Yeah, and he was calling me, telling me that he loved the song, but he was playing it for people in the jail and everything. The people loved that song, and this was big for me because this was not rap music. And this is my first time doing that. Remember, we were all like, "Should I do it? Should I not do it?" And Worm said the same thing when he got out. He loved that. He loved that song too. But again, that was me not being confident in myself, being my true self. That album is my true self.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought, well, people they'll think a certain way instead of just being me.
I don't know. I mean, that's you that said that, not to take it out of content, but when you say that's your true self,
I just mean, I meant the content.
I think that album was the one it took for you to understand your true potential.
Yeah, but then I didn't listen to it because then I started dropping all that other shit afterwards. You know what I mean?
Well, I just think you just went back to your old ways.
Yeah, that's how it was. Yeah.
When you went back to your old ways, and that's when you got mature with it, and it's brought you to where we are now.
Yeah,
because now you know your versatility, you know what you're capable of as an artist. I think the whole world does it.
And
800 plus songs.
And it was all just stepping stones. You know what I mean?
It was a lot of fucking stepping stones. If that's what led us.
Baby steps. Shout out to Bob Wiley. What about Bob? Great comedy with Richard Dreyfuss, Bill Murray. You ever seen it?
No, that's the second one in 2 weeks that you told me I have not seen. I need to watch it. Is Burbs on the Vudu?
Absolutely.
I've been blasted with. I need to watch Burbs now.
Because I gaslighted that, didn't I?
You did, but you got cosigns after
hang
that.
on, let me see if Burbs is on. I don't know if it's on.
I had a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bob's Burgers.
Hilarious.
There's a movie coming out.
Yeah, it's out now. I'm going to wait for it to hit, but I love Bob's Burgers, though.
So I'm pretty confident, you being my best friend for 15 plus, that you've told me over the years how Bob's Burgers is a very funny show. And I saw like a preview for this just like yesterday or something. And I was like, I need to tell Chad, see if Chad knew about that. And we both saw the Beavis and Butthead new movie coming.
Oh my God, I'm so hyped for that, dude.
Me too. I like how I saw the trailer before I even knew about the movie coming. You know what I mean? Because I hate when I hear about it. They're supposed to be making and then you finally see it, and it's just disappointing because you knew it was coming.
Beavis and Butthead, I'm so excited about Beavis and Butthead. Beavis and Butthead Do America, which is on my Vudu. Hilarious, still to this day, hilarious to me. I've always loved Beavis and Butthead. I think they were the OGs of the animated shit. I'm not talking about because Simpsons was before, but I'm saying like of the shit that was risky.
Nobody did it like Beavis and Butthead.
No, and then
Up
after
to that point,
it
dude,
was South Park, which I know you don't like. I love South Park.
Yeah, but
Beavis and Butthead was the OGs.
They set the fucking bar,
for
bro.
sure. Like
I don't
talking
even
about
think
sexual
OGs.
references and being perverts and saying shit like because they were doing what all they could do on MTV.
I love them.
I think they're great, dude.
Especially the early episodes. The first one they
Yes.
did with the gym teacher, where he's like, "Kick me in the jimmies."
Yeah, kick me in the Jimmy. Yeah,
Bruh, like that
Classic.
shit is so funny.
Mythicist.
At least
God, I'm
it-
so excited.
At least it was back then. I think if I watched it now, it's stupid.
Well, it still holds up for me, but it's not as funny because there's stuff that's so much more like Family Guy and South Park and even Bob's Burgers now. They're all like more risky than that, but it's still funny to me because it's just dumb. It's Beavis and Butthead. You know, it's nostalgic.
Shout out Death Row Records.
Yeah, shout out. But the trailer looked funny
Yeah, it looks
for sure.
good enough.
I've been watching a fuck ton of movies since I ain't been able to walk,
Fuck ton.
and I'm gonna try to see.
Chad said he saw the new Batman.
Yes, I did, man.
Said it was 3 hours long.
Here's the thing. I really dug it. Thought it was really well
I
made.
can't make it.
But I'm not as into Batman as like some of my buddies are, but I really thought the movie was really well done. It didn't feel like a superhero movie though. It felt like a crime thriller with a little bit of Batman, like superhero shit in it.
Mm.
It was good.
Who's Batman?
Robert Pattinson.
That's the dude from Twilight.
Yes, but it took a minute for me to get used to him because I was used to
It takes a minute to get
What's
used to
those-
any Batman. They change them every fucking two.
what's dude's name? I'm fucking drawing a blank, dude. Christian Bale. Sorry,
They say he was a great Batman.
he was. Yeah.
I stopped watching
You
Batman.
didn't see the Dark Knight?
Mm-mm.
No.
Everybody says I need to.
I mean, if you don't like
Dark
it,
Knight Rises and all that. Have you seen Maverick yet?
no. I'm waiting for it to hit Voodoo, and I'm gonna buy it on there. Or no, I may go see it at the theater if I get to feeling better.
Somebody told me that was excited to see it as much as I was. Said they went and seen it in that full experience, like chair that wiggles and shit.
Yeah.
They said it was unreal.
My buddies went and saw. They thought it was awesome too. So you're in the majority with that. So that's cool. I watch a lot of horror movies is my favorite thing to watch, and I've been on a kick where I know you don't watch them.
I can't do it, man.
But like I watched the new Scream, trash by the way. The new Scream. I want to state this right now on this podcast.
Okay.
What's the chick's name from Friends that was married to
Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox? Looks like Caitlyn Jenner now. She got all this plastic surgery on her face. That is a hot take, but if you look at some of her mouth is ridiculous now, dude. But what's her name that was in Scream? Why am I drawing a blank with everybody's names?
I don't know.
The main chick from Scream that was in Wild Things. The fuck's her name, dude?
Shit. Nev Tyler. Nev Tyler.
No.
Why do I sound so stupid, bro?
No,
Don't-
you're close. You're close, dude.
Something Tyler.
Yeah, you're close.
I don't think that's right.
No, I don't think I'm right.
That's the girl. That's the girl from the
That's Liv Tyler.
Live.
Nev Campbell.
Nev
God
Campbell.
damn it.
So I was half right.
You combined her with Steven Tyler's daughter.
I did.
It's fine. But that movie was trash. It was super girl powered out. There were 5 female survivors. Spoiler alert. And yeah, Courtney Cox looks like Caitlyn Jenner. She even said that she regrets doing all that surgery. Nev Campbell doesn't. She looks great still. Like, so I don't know what made her think she had to go do all that shit. But
Shout out to Nev Campbell in Wild Things.
Never saw it.
There's only about 4 minutes of it worth watching.
Like the threesome scene or something.
Man, what a good
Show
one.
titty nipple.
On Denise Richards, yes.
Oh, she shows her titties a lot. Former, I think she used to be
Shout out
with
to Denise
John
Richards.
Travolta.
And now, even now, I think she's 50 plus.
You saw that picture I showed you of Tom Cruise during Top Gun and Tom Cruise now.
He's a vampire.
And the chick that was with him then and the chick now, she looks like a librarian.
Yeah, she definitely doesn't.
Librarian.
No one is aged on this planet like Tom Cruise.
I mean, he's. I really do believe he could possibly be a vampire.
How old is he?
He's like my dad's age, like 60 something.
Shot my buddy JD. We'll say that. My buddy JD. We went to the theaters and watched Maverick. JD's been my friend for 20 years. He knows me personally enough to know how much I appreciate the original Top Gun. When I was a kid, fun fact, I wanted to be a fighter pilot, and I did.
Oh, dope.
Top Gun 1 is solely responsible for me wanting to ever be a fighter pilot. But I wanted to do the real shit. I wanted to fucking be Maverick. I wanted to fly fucking, I wanted to be that guy. And my dad, shout out to Pops, he was in the military my whole life. He did 20 years in the National Guard. But I remember the day my father looked at me, and this was back in a long time ago when everything was a little bit different, but he looked at me and he said, son, you'll never be able to fly a fighter jet. And I said, what? He said, well, son, at that day in time, pilots needed to have 20/20 vision to fly fighter. You couldn't have visual. You couldn't wear contacts or glasses, but now LASIK will get you past that. LASIK, you can fix your eyes and be able to fly. But G-force and that kind of stuff, and with prescription, with contacts and that kind of shit, it doesn't. There's a science to it to where it can't do it. It's bad, or it's dangerous or whatever.
I don't even think I could fly a kite with my vision.
I think the G-force shit would have been an issue for me. Maybe you train for that, and you'll see in Maverick how important that is, because that's a big thing. That G-force training.
I need to see. I need to rewatch Top Gun. I've only seen it like once or twice back in the day. I need to. It's on my Voodoo. I need to watch it again.
Well, to hit those Mach 1, 2, 3, 4 levels.
I saw that video. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's I don't think I can make it very far with that. I feel like I would pass out pretty early on.
Fun fact: Tom Cruise is 59 years old and is worth $600 million.
I don't doubt that at all. Wow.
59, dude.
That's crazy.
And he looks the same. I mean, he don't.
Oh, when I was saying shout out JD, when you say he looks the same, that's what I was going to say. Shout out JD. During the movie, we went and saw it the night it came out, 7:15 the night.
Y'all was just
right, and
ready.
it was reserved seating and shit.
Yeah, was it packed?
Dumped.
Yeah, I bet, dude.
Absolutely dumped. I haven't been to a movie in so long, like a long time. I just waited at the crib or rented at the crib. Fuck all that shit.
Yeah.
And I knew it was going to be a big release, whatever, but it was something me and the homie had. We set aside time to do that shit just because we both liked
excuse me,
the movie itself. Hang on.
Shout out to JD.
Yeah, and JD at the part in Top Gun 1, remember they're playing like the volleyball?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a
super questionable scene.
Right? Okay, but there's a similar scene in the new one, right? Mm-hmm. And JD said, God damn.
Yeah.
60 years old, this motherfucker look good as fuck for
dude.
60 years old.
Dude, if you look up Quentin Tarantino talking about Top Gun, it's hilarious. It's a scene that he's in. I can't remember what movie it's in, that he's talking about the real plot of Top Gun. Mm-hmm. And it was talking about.
How old is this?
Oh, it's from the 90s, right after the movie came out.
What is it about?
It's a scene from a movie that Quentin Tarantino's in, and he's talking at a party with somebody about Top Gun, and he gives his take on what the Top Gun really meant. And he was talking about it was like dude's bout with like sexuality and shit. It was really funny.
What the fuck?
It was just a joke. It was a movie scene.
But
we appreciate everybody tuning in, though.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Every time.
We need to get off here. We're sitting here rambling.
About nothing.
Yeah.
But do what Chaddy said. Make sure y'all tap the fuck in. Anxiety available now. 65,000 views in barely 2 weeks. Thanks to y'all on that. Be sure to hit the membership links below, the bell down in the corner, all that fancy shit, and then
subscribe to Squints 615.
Yeah, please, y'all link up on that, man, so we can give y'all more of this fucking shit right here. But until next time, Chaddy, ChadArmesTV.com. I got some shit to say.com.
Bow.
We out.
Bitch, we got views.